interest of time, we're not going to introduce ourselves, but our guest needs to know us so that he can tailor his talk and engagement with us. So we shall do a quick introduction whereby you tell us your name and what you're doing and what brings you here. I mean, there is just coming and sitting here, but when you're not benefiting. So you tell us why you've chosen to be here today and what you're doing and your name. A quick one, in the interest of time.
Praise God.
Amen.
My name Bolong Aman, a student at MUST doing a Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Science. I'm a person that 100% benefits from this initiative, this program. First of all, I'm edified by the minds that they always bring before us, people that inspire us positively, that are always open in their life for us to learn from them. Yeah, so that is it. May God bless you. What I do candies. Yes, from Simsimu. Candies. Yes. Yeah. So from Simsim, and I thank God the thing is moving. It is working. Yeah.
All protocol observed. Good evening to all of us. My name is Ariholaki Turumba. I'm a student in my 5th year doing a Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery at MUST. And within 2 years, I will probably be out of school. I am very glad to be here and learn from many of you and probably share. I'm an upcoming entrepreneur, retired and upcoming as well. I've run a few businesses here and there, but currently I'm taking a sabbatical from entrepreneurship, and I'll be rejoining as soon as my academics are out of the way. I'm also a leader. I'm the president of MUST, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Bagonza Kuzaima, and I work with the Laborameds Company Limited. We deal in medical. Yes. My name is Bagonza Kuzaima, and I work with Laborameds Company Limited. We deal in medical and laboratory supplies. And this platform has helped me connect with many people, including new customers. Thank you so much.
Praise the Lord, everyone. My name is Choncho Agnes, the CEO of Gift Events, the business that deals in decoration, ushering, and we make juice for all parties. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Asasira Ian. I'm a student at MUST. I do computer science at I'm very happy to be here to see all of you. I'm also happy to meet Professor Ngonzi. I do AI. I also love research and building projects. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Wycliffe Aineviona, and I work with the Faculty of Applied Sciences and Technology. And my project I'm working on is Metro Waste, recycling landfill waste in municipalities and town councils. It's a project I'm working on with a fellowship called Be Visioneers. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Musao Emmanuel Africa. I'm a graduate student at MUST doing microbiology. Currently, I deal in medical diagnostics, developing one for testing ulcers. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Muchunguzi Junior Nord, a pharmaceutical sciences student at Barrow University. My venture is a transdermal patch for managing menstrual pain in ladies. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rogers Mwesige, doing pharmaceutical sciences year 1. I'm very passionate about research and creating an impact on people's lives. So I'm glad to be here and hope to learn enough from us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Akanji Honesty at MUST and doing pharmaceutical science. Currently, I'm a researcher, but I'm always motivated by the innovations I always find here. Thank you.
A good day to us all. My name is Twesi Jekeri, doing BCS at MUST. Currently, I'm in year 2. My inspiration of being here as a person who loves research, I always love to listen so that I can learn, and maybe in so doing, I get some knowledge to further my research. Currently, I can mentor everyone who wishes to learn liquid soap making. So far, I have my own people who can now supply people in town. So I'm passionate that I can deliver that knowledge. And again, I do some forex trading. If anyone wants to learn, I'm eager to teach you, and I do trading. So if any one of you wishes to learn and join the trading world, I'm available to share the knowledge. Thank you.
Simon Tumuhaise, good evening. Yeah, I'm into marketing, specializing in dietary supplements, and in partnership with Okata Wellness Solutions, shipping our products from USA. Thank you.
What if I told you that there is a better, healthier sugar alternative? That extremely it tastes like sugar, but doesn't raise blood sugars. What if I told you that there is a coming wave in the medical field, that something new is being given birth and is going to change the medical field forever? My name is Ronald Sebalamu, and I'm very pleased to be part of you, my professor. Very humbled to be in front of you. And I'm the main innovator of the app called MedBrainer, a medical app, and also the co-innovator of Monk Sugar, a healthier sugar alternative that is 100% natural, made from monk fruit known as amatugunda. And this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. And my big testimony that I have for you guys, my friend Mr. Simba, thank you for this initiative. Actually, from where we started up to now, I do need to confirm that I'm getting several orders. And right about now, I think I've made something like 300 supplies. And it all started from here, started from CITT, people seeing me, people have liked it, and just know what you're doing has really started creating a very big impact. I appreciate. Okay, I hope everyone can hear me. I understand when you sit at the back, it's not always easy. So welcome once again to the 17th edition of the Entrepreneurs Lounge. Yeah, we've been soaring high and higher. And today, amid the stars, we have a distinguished guest. Yeah, I know all of you are eager to learn from him because he's a very resourceful man that has shaped both academia and entrepreneurship. So who are we to have him amid the stars? So welcome with me, Professor Joseph Ngonzi. But before I welcome you, people are already excited. They do. Just like I am excited, I should say. So those watching us online and those with us here must be wondering, who is Professor Ngonzi?
Okay, so Professor Ngonzi is an academician.
Okay.
Is a subtle businessman.
Subtle businessman.
Yeah.
Okay, we shall learn more about that.
Family man, but for the purposes of today's meeting, I am involved into business processes, including cocoa farming and trading.
Oh.
Real estate.
Okay.
In Imbarara and the Rwenzori Mountains, or Rwenzori region.
Okay.
And I'm also into research. Yeah, I'm employed by government of Uganda, so that's my fourth source of income.
Okay.
In summary, I would leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Professor Ngonzi. Personally, I've known you for quite a while, but I didn't know you actually deal in farming. Because you're always a smart guy, dress smartly all the time. So I didn't know you
except today.
You do some blue-collar jobs, I should say. Yeah. So it's interesting that you're doing farming as well, cocoa growing.
Yeah.
So we have an interesting topic today, and many young entrepreneurs like these are building businesses, yeah, and on tight budgets.
Yes.
So what do you think this topic means to them, today's topic?
Okay, so thank you, Simba. I looked at the topic, which is business ethics.
Yeah.
Is the client or is the king or boss? It's a provocative topic, but yet true. So when you say, or when you ask, is the client or is the boss or the king, it depends on which perspective. One, the phrase that the client is the boss is more of a mindset.
Mindset.
Yeah, it's more of a mindset than an ethical value. I've met clients, or I've met service providers who will always sing the phrase, the client is always right. It's partly true, but then the client is always right when they are doing or responding in a right way.
Okay.
A client has responsibilities and rights, and their presence does not negate any other process that is supposed to drive a business. And the client being a boss was a domain that was developed a number of centuries ago, when certain thinkers like Harry placed a client satisfaction as the marker of success of a business. But along the way, they discovered that not every demand that a client makes should be addressed according to their perspective.
Even when they are giving you the money.
Even when they are giving you the money, they may come in with unethical demands.
Okay.
It's not for you to say, let me give in because the dollar is coming in. It's important to respect the client, but not blindly. It's important to look at the dollar or the past, but also consider the values that your business is set.
Colleagues, the dollar or the values the business is standing on? Both. Okay.
So it's important for you to observe a balance. business success does not only depend on a client. It depends on the owners. That's one.
Okay.
It depends on the workers. That's two. It depends on the client. It depends on the community. So you need to strike a balance to see how you are satisfying all those facets that contribute to that business. If you fall on one side, you're losing out on the other. If a client comes and they want you to abuse your workers because they are being treated, in their own opinion, in a way that is unfair,
Okay.
you're creating demotivation among your most important people that are supposed to support you. So you need to be wise on how you deal with the client demands.
Okay.
You need to be protective of your brand. Some clients may want to come in and they want to force you to practice unethical things. I run a private practice of medicine also.
In addition to what you said.
In addition
to the long list.
It's a short list.
Okay.
But there are clients who would want to come and they want to force you to do things that are against the ethics of practice. And they tell you, I have this amount of money, state your price. There are clients who would want to come and tell you, give me results that are negative so that I can go for a wedding. Yes. Give me HIV negative results. State your price. I need to present them to the church leaders and my partner. So you need to think, do I respectfully agree to the client's demands or I need to act ethically and let the money go?
And I think that's why medical doctors take that oath, so that you don't breach it.
Exactly. Of course, there are some who stray away from the Hippocratic oath. So for me, today's topic, like I said, is provocative. It makes us think quite deeply.
Yeah.
But most importantly, the client is not the boss of the business. The client is important, yes.
But he's not the boss.
He's not the boss. You need to strike a balance because there are many bosses in that business. And I've already mentioned some of these bosses.
Okay.
You need to create a conducive environment for the clients to feel like they are valued. But of course, their demands should not push you beyond the edge. I'll give you an example. In my cocoa business, I sell in 2 seasons a year. Don't ask me how much I make, but I make enough. I make enough. And I look at the different processes from the harvesting, up till they reach the middlemen. I do not as yet process the final product, but I'm looking towards that.
You're building a system.
Exactly. People will come in with different stories. They want to demean your product. They want to tell you how your product looks, as the worst. And yet you've been in the marketplace. You have been able to engage different players. The prices, how they fluctuate. And that knowledge gives you an opportunity to engage with the client at an even level. So for me, those are my quick thoughts about this.
Okay.
And in summary, yes, respect the client, but they should not drive you off the edge. It's important for you to know that ethical business can be profitable.
Okay.
And you can make quite a lot of money.
Okay.
I'm also into goat farming.
Add it to the list.
That's business for
Goat
another
farming.
day. But it's
Okay.
important for you as a product developer, as a business person, to one aim for trust and sustainability, not just immediate approval. Okay? Once, I'll say it again, aim for trust and sustainability, not just immediate approval.
Not immediate approval.
Yeah. Once you have earned the trust of the most important people in your business or around your product, they'll be the ones to sell you far and large. And you receive people coming to you even when you do not know where they are coming from. Their clients have received in this other part of my life away from research and academia, being referred to me because I dealt with a particular client in a good way, in a firm, ethical way, and I stood by my values. And they have come, and they are saying, we had this story about you.
They come as referrals.
They come as referrals. We want to deal with you in this particular business. And of course, they do not come with small shillings, in quotes, or small monies. Yeah. So aim for trust building, not just immediate approval from the clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've talked about a critical issue, and I've given you a highlight that this is a society of young entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Tetuna kolamu, in quotes. So we are looking for all the small monies to grow small by small.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we understand that you've said that the customer is not the boss, or in certain cases, and for us, we want to optimize all the clientele we get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Given the fact that we want to still on the values on which the business stands. So what are some of the ways we should explore to maintain the client entrepreneur relationships so that we don't breach them?
Oh, good. So thank you, Simba. It's important for you to understand the business environment. You don't just delve into a business you have very little knowledge about. You'll be cheated.
Okay.
Okay. If I did not do a lot of business understanding in the few areas I'm involved in, I would have been cheated greatly. But because I try as much as possible to understand the area I'm in, it's hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard for a client to treat me otherwise in a way of, being cheated.
Okay.
So one, understand your area, your business, who else is in that ecosystem of the business you're in.
Okay.
What are the regulatory frameworks? I've heard a lot about this product here. If a client found you still developing it and they said, you know what, please give me a bucket or a box, I want to take it to the market, you'd have fallen into trouble.
Yeah, true.
Understand the regulatory frameworks, what it takes. Understand what values are around that particular product. And you should be good to go having that foundation that when you launch forward, you're not getting backwards just for you to do primary 1 classes for your business. When you reach P7, the business environment is saying, I think you need to go back to kindergarten. You're paying school fees for 7 years back, yet you should be moving and looking at 7 years ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Professor. So for the time I've known you as a humble gentleman, and I'm sure you guys agree with me, you attest to that. I know him for being humble. So humility is one of the virtues you have. I don't know if it applies in your businesses as well, but it's in corporate spaces I've met you. You've been humble enough. So what are some of the values that have helped you to maintain a good client relationship?
Good.
For you, because I know we are entrepreneurs, and here and there we do, I don't want to say shrewd, but crooked things to get the money. Because I mean, we are living from hand to mouth. So we want to survive, want the business to survive. And that way, for us to break even, we do a lot of things. So what are some of the values that have helped you maneuver from scratch to where you are?
Well, one, I'm not yet there.
Guys, do you agree that it's not yet there? Because I mean, you want to be in heaven or what? You're there.
So the values I espouse include, one, improving myself daily.
Continuous improvement.
Exactly. My tomorrow is hope to be better than my today. So I try as much as I can to improve myself each day that comes by. Two, if I fail today, that does not define who I am and where I'm going. I rise up, dust myself off, and keep going.
Okay.
Three, I espouse a value of integrity and honesty.
Integrity and honesty.
Yeah. Crooked businesses rarely live for ages and generations.
Prof, say that again.
Crooked businesses rarely live for ages and generations. What I'm doing, my great-grandfather was doing, was trading cocoa and coffee in Eastern Congo.
Didn't you just inherit?
I did not inherit.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you building a business just for your lifetime, or a business that will go beyond you when you're, when you're no longer on this planet? You need to define what values you stand for. Number four, there are people who are loudly shrewd. Some of us are subtly shrewd. You know where you're going. I don't have to announce myself that, hey, you know what? This is what I'm doing.
You're moving in silence.
I'm moving silently and I'm seeing results. And the best way, by the way, to achieve results without a lot of public scrutiny is not to announce yourself every second you're passing by. You're saying, I'm Rabuturumba. I'm the guy.
I'm the good president.
By the time you reach University Inn, you've told 100 people. Number five, it's good to have your plans, but also announce them when you are somewhere along the way. Plans that are within your head, unless we see them come to pass, they are still dreams. I know people believe in announcing our dreams loudly.
Because the mouth creates.
I know. But not everyone is impressed by your dreams. Okay? Yesterday I was reading a story of a young man called Joseph, and he had his dreams. He expected everyone to clap for him and say, you know what? You've dreamt well. But the people who listened to him were the same people who sold him, even when they wanted to kill him. So guard your dreams jealously and have the wisdom to release them
at the right time.
At the right time and to the right people in the right environment. There are dreams I still have, like I told you. I'm not yet there, but it would be mature for me in this forum to say, you guys, I'm dreaming of this. You never know. Simba, by the time we are done here, he's already called people to waylay me.
Or I execute them on your behalf.
So incubate your dream, water your dream until the right time and until you're presented with the right forum. I'll keep it at that.
This is impressive.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing to tap into the knowledge of professors. They are all round. I've just had like 1,000 words of wisdom So you've talked about releasing your dreams at the right time.
Yeah.
And many a time, actually many of us here have pitched our ideas, yeah, to different funders, but we don't normally see the light of the day. So I've been wondering what happens to, what is the aftermath of our ideas? I mean, especially when we didn't sign the NDAs, the non-disclosure agreements.
Yeah.
So what is your advice to us? I mean, we are in that space, we are looking for finance, we are looking for funding, we are looking for infrastructure support, and we just go out there anyhow to look for money. So what is your take? How would you advise us to better practice that as we go out there to look for funding?
Okay. Of course, as you're starting, you're in a very risky position. You don't have the money, and yet you're looking out for people to support you. It's okay for you to pitch your idea, but not everyone should hear your idea. Not everyone you find on the street, is a candidate for an incubator for your idea. I say risky because some ideas will see the light of day, others will be taken over even without your knowledge. When I started out in the world of research, which is my other source of income, in the world of research,
sources of income.
yeah, a man with one source of income or a woman is still a poor individual. Multiple sources of income.
Then there is you who has
are
nothing.
The way to go.
What are you? You're a dead person. Okay.
So it's important for you to, look at the audience that you're pitching your ideas. I'll still say it is risky because some of them will be taken. And if some of the hearers run way ahead of you, and they develop an idea and the prototype, people in innovations, they go ahead and file for intellectual property, patent. I mean, you're out of it. That's it, you're out of it. And it's painful that some of the people who take our ideas are people who are closest to us.
Yeah.
But that should not scare you from pitching your idea. And you don't have the capital to sort of immerse into your idea for it to come to light. So don't fear. But I will assure you some will be stolen in courts. Others, will go through and you'll be able to enjoy. It's important for you to map potential funders. Like I said, not everyone is actually impressed by your idea. Others see it as madness. Others see it as pride. Others see it as, you're trying to place yourself in the midst of the road so that other people may use the bushes to go beyond you. Okay. So map potential funders. 2, map people who will cheer you on. It may be hard for you to know all of them, but some will support you.
Okay.
When I started out in the world of research, that's about 15 years ago, I pitched my idea to a person who I thought was cheering me on. She's one of my mentors, and she's been supportive all the way. And with her, we've won 11 funded grants.
11?
We've published over 180 papers.
Guys,
and we've gotten
round
some
of
money.
applause for Professor Ngonzi. 180 papers.
Yeah.
Guys, another round of applause.
Thank you.
Okay.
But she's someone I identified as cheering me on. And I opened up my heart and I pitched my ideas. Up till this day, when I have a grant idea, I'll call her up and pitch the idea, and we find ways of how
to get funding.
To get funding, ways of how to give it life. So map potential funders, map people who cheer you on, who believe in what you espouse, and give little space for those who give you negative energy. There are some, of course, who criticize you positively,
Critiquing.
and they critique your idea, they want to shape it up. That's okay. But if you're constantly giving me negative energy, I'll mute you for a while and I move forward.
So, Professor, we've
Yeah.
talked about a critical aspect in entrepreneurship, especially at a young age. I've noted that many of us, young entrepreneurs, we have this thinking of we are all knowing, everything relies on us, and that I mean, this is my idea, I shaped it from scratch, so what are you telling me? So we have that mentality. What do you have to tell us? Because I've seen it many a time. Someone comes and they are better than you, they can be mentors, and they know much about the field you're trying to innovate in. But then someone will be like, what are you telling me? You're telling me, change this, it will attract a certain funder B. Also, it's going to live longer and be sustainable because of this aspect you're adding. But then someone tell you, this is my idea, I'd rather die with it than have you on board to bring in your amendments. So what is it? Because I've seen that it's actually deterring us a lot from moving forward, especially from moving from the innovation kind of ecosystem to commercialization.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's a great question.
Of course, sometimes the person who is guiding is a bigger person. The mentor there's always that kind of conflict at that point. In that you find if the young innovator doesn't agree to the mentor's words, there's going to be some kind of friction, which may turn out unethical, and sometimes they can even separate. So how can they garner that relationship in the best way possible, and then be able to see the innovation or whatever venture move from one step to another?
I do a lot of coaching on mentor-mentee relationships. That will be for another day, but that's an area I do, sometimes hired to do. I have 2 sessions tomorrow to do just what you've asked.
Oh, and you're doing it to us for free? Okay. Thank you very much.
It's not for free. I've already
it's not worth it.
I've already benefited from Hillcoff. No human being is fully constituted to bring an idea to fruition. No one person has all the ingredients to dream and bring that dream to pass. Alone, you need the expertise, the advice, the wisdom of other people to bring your dream to fruition. I've had a chance to visit the Silicon Valley.
Oh.
When you get there, you'll appreciate that an idea is shaped by
systems.
Many people working on a particular, contributing a particular expertise to see that idea reaching the market.
More like an interdisciplinary kind of approach.
Exactly. Different stakeholders will contribute to the success of Hillcoff. You'll need marketeers. It's hard for you to be the dreamer, the lab tech, the marketeer, and then the client. So you cannot be everything in one. The human resource, the academic affairs. So you need to know what expertise you need for your product and how you can bring them on board to support that idea.
Okay.
When I still talk about cocoa, I used to do a little bit of coffee, and blindly, with my small team, I thought I was enough, or we were enough to reach the market, until I discovered that they are producers, they are middlemen or middlewomen, and then other people. So you need to appreciate that process and see where you can optimize your contribution. Okay?
In the entire process.
In the entire process. Are you a marketer? Yes. Okay, good. So go and make yourself better in that area. There's someone who will be in the lab to add the science, the testing, the pharmaco, whatever. Give them chance to make a contribution, but within the confines of the law of contribution. Because some will come and they think they are contributing greater than the dreamer, and if you're not careful, you will lose out along the way. But do not negate the contribution of others. Some of you have read the story of Microsoft, and if you are the dreamers, okay? So it's good to appreciate the contribution of others and how you bring them and at what stage.
At what stage?
Use the energy of others to become better. As I write research, now at my level, for example, it would be insane of me to write the proposal, write the paper, burn 12 hours of statistical analysis, when I can hire a Buturumba and I say,
that's if he's incompetent.
Usually he is. And I'll say, give me 20% of your effort. That's the data set. I want this output. I've bought his time, and I'll go and do other things that improve me. And when it's done, I'll say, how much did we agree on? This was the man. Okay, you go. I've bought his time. He has contributed to my scholarly output or to my business, and we have all benefited. So in solitude, it's hard for you to bring your idea fully to fruition without involving others who have the expertise that you do not have. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much, Professor. So you've tackled another critical issue. Just like I said, professors are full of knowledge. And we normally have a challenge in team building. Yeah, sometimes not every innovator here is prone to the voice of standing alone. Some of us want to build teams with expertise from different areas, and there is this aspect that comes in, familiarity. You bring someone on board, of course they have the necessary requirements, expertise, and then there's that aspect of familiarity which normally blocks the results, because someone starts doing things the way they want to do them, and then they get somehow kind of overboard, so they don't deliver in the end. How can you navigate that ethically?
Ethically.
Yeah.
So no human being is indispensable.
Everyone is. You can be replaced, in short. Okay.
I'll start from there. No human being is indispensable. And there is no one person who knows that area that another person cannot develop and even become better. As you get into those engagements as young business people, it's good to define the roles. I'm bringing you on board to market Hilcoff. My target is that I want you to sell 10 of these bottles per week, and this is your commission. If after 2 weeks no bottle has gone, we need to get back to the drawing board and study to know what happened. And if you're not delivering as agreed, we agree to part. If you're not humble enough to learn because you're feeling that you know it all, then you are not worth being part of the team. I would rather go with a team member who is for now mediocre but willing to learn than carry a superstar who thinks they know it all, and yet they are going to cause a lot of friction and tension within the team.
Okay. So maybe, Professor, just to say, for you, maybe talking from your level,
Yeah.
but for us here, we want results because we need to move from scratch. I mean, from a 0 to a 1. For you already at a 10, you're moving to 11.
I'm
So
at 0.5.
here, everything matters.
Yeah.
So if I have a superstar actually who is delivering, maybe even if it is unethically, I may retain them because they are giving me the results, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to factor that in. That for us, we are at square one and we need to move to a certain level.
Yeah.
So we are looking for talent in our team members that can deliver at the end of the day to have something.
Yeah.
Because I understand no one is really indispensable, but we want you to factor that in your submission.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, so if you remember, I said you must have deliverables. If you're a superstar who can deliver, great. Okay? There are some superstars in name and ambition, but they're not delivering results.
There is those.
So that is where I was coming from, that as long as someone is able to fit into the team, they are able to deliver the things you agree on, you're good to go. But there are some people who are superstars, but they are so antagonistic. They enter into a team, the team breaks. You need to be careful also. Okay?
And then there's these that deliver, but
Yes.
these guys of the end justifies the means. It doesn't matter how they deliver, ethically or unethically, as long as they give you results. For example, if it was writing a paper, they may actually plagiarize, but give you the results maybe by the end of the day. So what's your take on those?
Well, like I said, it depends on the values you set out
The values.
to go by. Yeah.
Okay.
If you give me results, I'm not a robot that I'll fully believe in what you've given me. I have the mind to make synthesis of what you've given me. And if I give you these things, I'll use these local examples. And you're a marketeer, and I've said, I want you to sell 10 things per week, and you bring my money. It may be hard for me to follow step by step how you're going to sell them. But if you bring my money according to what we've agreed, and I know you've not broken into a bank, we continue with business. Okay? So you set deliverables for the people you bring on board. And if you say, manufacture for me these, and the person in the lab, Simba, looks at the contents and is like, it's very expensive to even manufacture one bottle. No. Let me go put in water and a few other cheap components, and I package and go on the market, and I get to know, then you're in trouble. There, I sit on the Ghana Medical and Dental Practitioners Council, and there are cases we handle. Okay, some practitioners will practice dubious medicine. They'll say, you have a hernia, and they'll give you some medicine to sleep. They put a small incision on the skin and tie. And when you wake up, they say, pay our money. You operated. Okay, dubious ways, but then they are not helping out. Yeah. So the end justifies the means, needs to be contextualized according to the values you've set out. A business without values right from the beginning is a business that is very shaky and may actually die anytime.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prof. Finally, before I hand over to my colleague, you've talked about, I've remembered a case scenario.
Yes.
Since this is in your field, there was, I think, in quotes, a quack doctor, a quack surgeon actually, who was operating mothers, a C-section, and this guy had a success rate of, I think only one mother had lost her life. Out of about 97 mothers, only one had died. But again, when you come to routine practice, you may find that after operating maybe 50 mothers, 4 have died. So his success rate was kind of high as compared to this professional kind of practice. So what's your take on that? For example, they scrutinized the guy, and the guy hadn't gone to school, but he was doing the thing successfully. So what's your take on that? Now that it's actually in your in your field, yeah.
Interesting example. I don't know whether you meant to use my field of women's health where I am. One mother dying out of 97 is not success.
Compared to many mothers die, by the way.
Yeah, there are many
in hospitals.
Yeah, there are many contributors to poor patient outcomes.
Okay.
And it's not just the surgeon. As a surgeon, if my nursing team is not doing its job, my outcomes will be poor. As a surgeon, if the medicines are not available, there's a failure in the system, so the outcomes will be poor. So there are many contributors to good patient outcomes and even poor patient outcomes. If I work at a referral facility where I'm at the tail end of receiving the sickest of the patients, then the outcomes, of course, are not comparable to someone who's working at a primary facility where they see patients when they are still in their, good health. So there are many factors that influence the outcome of the businesses that we engage in. And so it's good for us to know. A quack doctor or a quack business person, eventually along the way, they'll be discovered. A person who is involved in selling fake business products, it's hard that they will live on for decades. Somehow something will happen. They'll either fall in the wrong arm of the law. They will sell things that will cause a lot of bad outcomes, and their day will come. Yeah.
40 days.
The 40 days of a good person like a thief will always come to pass.
So thank you so much, Professor. In a community-oriented region like we are in Western Uganda, you find that many at time, relationships and goodwill, I think in Western Uganda it's called obusinje, it will override formal business rules.
Yes.
Is that a strength or an ethical risk?
It's an ethical risk. His being good to me should not blind me from getting into a legal arrangement with him as we get into business. We have seen parents with their children struggling for a piece of an estate, and yet you'd expect the goodwill between them to address, what they are fighting for. So I'll say this again, that if you're planning to get into a business marriage, make sure that you look at all the avenues of regulation, of the law, and be shielded. Even with your sister or brother, it's the best way for you out. So goodwill for the shorter time is great, but it is a business risk. Yeah.
So then, Professor, from your perspective, we have seen that you're dealing in very many ventures, from real estate to goat farming to cocoa farming. Have you personally ever had to turn down a client or make a difficult ethical decision, and what did you learn from it?
Oh, great. I have turned down a number of clients. Yeah. In the medical business, I have. Like I gave you an example at the start. There are some who will come and they want you to give them results that are not theirs. And they ask you, state the price. You can state anything. But because of the values I set out, I tell them, with me, these are my values. Please go look out for another service provider. There are those who will come and they say, we want local goats for our party. Okay? Or they'll say, we've made a deal that you supply 100 goats. And these goats, we want goat meat and for local goats. And they come and say, you know what? I think the exotic breeds are bigger. They'll give us more volume. So let's slaughter them from your farm and we take this meat to wherever it is going. They forget that this meat tastes differently. And so you get into some of those business deals, the people will ask, where did this meat come from? From Simba's farm. This doesn't taste like goat. It's more like, it's more like sheep meat, mutton. So you have to weigh the immediate benefit vis-a-vis the long-term benefit as you deal with these clients. So I've turned away a number in some of my ventures, which I may not go into details in this audience.
So to some extent, the values and the ethics override the dollars that they bring.
You balance, and I'll say it again, aim for trust, sustainability, rather than immediate gratification. Yeah.
So in other words, we should look at the long term. So in that very same regard, what policies or structures can businesses put in place to maintain ethical standards even under customer pressure?
Say it again.
What policies or structures can businesses put in place to maintain ethical standards even under customer pressure?
Okay. So one, customer pressure is real, is tangible. Okay? But it's important for me not to look at this 1, 2, 3 clients within this village called Revi Corner if my vision is bigger than Revi Corner. And so the pressure from a certain group of clients should not blur my long-term vision. Okay? If I'm to become a doctor sought after, I need to look at something beyond this one client who is putting me on pressure to do something unethical. I'll share this. I once had a client from Congo, filthy rich, and she wanted me to do something unethical. She assured me how she has a few gold mines in Katanga. And she said, you know what, doctor? And she came in a bossy way. This is me, this is what I own, this is what I want. Will you do it? I told her, you know what, it's good to have rich clients like you, but unfortunately I don't. Is it possible that we can find alternatives to what you're suggesting? Okay, not chasing them rudely, but engaging them so that even when you don't agree, you can still meet tomorrow and smile at each other. There are people who disagree with clients, and when they meet, each one is taking their directions or the opposite direction. No, disagreement does not mean that we can no longer meet and talk. We can no longer meet and, discuss other things. So your question about systems, it's good to build systems that will last longer than you. Let me say this, if your business solely depends on you in the longer run, then you are not yet successful at that idea. You need to build systems that can function even when you are not there. Yes. I'll leave it at that.
So if there's something I've learned today is that we shouldn't always seek immediate gratification, but rather than looking at things in the long run. So we see that MAST produces very many graduates who enter business here in Bara and many regions of Uganda. Are our business ethics curricula preparing them for real ethical dilemmas, or is it just theory?
Interesting. The question comes at a time when we are revising our curricula, all of them, into the framework of competency-based education and training. And we are looking at the market. Are we going to produce graduates who are fit for the market? Or are we going to continue producing graduates with a lot of head knowledge and yet they are not impacting or contributing to the community?
Yes.
So as MAST, yes. Our focus now is on engaging our students in regard to competency-based training. And moving forward, we are going to have more of skills sessions for our students compared to the past. So even the grading is going to be a lot of skilling, a lot of practical things. I've been tasked to head the industrial linkage system at the university. So we are moving left and right in industries, in different other internship placement areas to try and sign MOUs where we can send our students right from the time they enter the university to go and face real life experiences in those industries, in those placement sites. Recently, we are in the Bunyoro area, in Ibulisa, Chikube, Hoima, to discuss with, the Petroleum Authority of Uganda to see how we can send our students there. Okay? We have planned engagements with the industries in this country. We are going to engage with different entities, both public and private. And the aim is we want to send you our students to come and practice what you're doing, so that when they go out of the university, they are not met with a shocker. Say, oh, I've never seen this. Oh. So that's the focus for the institution now, competency-based education and training, skilling the students for them to better impact the communities. A client, I always say this, that as a doctor, my patients don't want to know whether I have a PhD, whether I have published many papers, whether I have won some grants. All they want to know is if I come in the pain, Will you relieve my pain?
True.
Skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Doctor. I believe we've all learned a lot, and I believe everyone here is seated with that very burning question for you. So I think at this moment, we are going to go forward with people who are having questions. May I see the hands of those who are having questions so that we can have a well-defined number? We have them, then Doctor will be able to answer.
Guys, how many have questions? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 questions. 4. Anyone else? 5. Okay, so we have 5 questions.
So
and, 6 questions. We shall start here like this.
Thank you, Professor, for the wonderful presentation. My name is Collins. I'm sorry I came in late, and this is my first time. And the topic is about business ethics. And one of the ethical dilemmas currently is political influence or a political dilemma. I operate a small clinic in Kaberebere,
Okay.
directly opposite the police station.
Yes.
And some years back, the OC brought in a client, but wanted me to report differently.
Yes.
He wanted me to report differently, basing on what he expected and vis-a-vis my findings. And I couldn't.
Yes.
But I faced a lot of hurdles, and obviously backbiting you in a community of how you are not competent. So I would wish to maybe also throw a light on that. If in your practice, at your level, given that you are at the university, maybe perhaps you could have faced a similar challenge, maybe from higher authorities. How were you able to go about it, and what could be a take-home message for us? Thank you.
Okay. Do I
I think let him answer one at a grade.
Okay.
So they don't accumulate.
So you've mentioned a very practical experience where you had political influence in your business, and they wanted you to report otherwise from what is ethically supposed to be. There is no business, in my own understanding, especially when it has grown, that is devoid of political pressure. And I'll always say this, that the same people asking you for a favor against what is the laid down ethical provisions will be the same people to accuse you for having committed the crime. Whether you fear that they will backbite you, like I said, not everyone is impressed at what you're doing. And if you have no enemies, then I worry for you. It means you're not doing anything serious that people find worth interfering with. So one, do not be bothered that much by people who, will backbite you. There are people who will talk about your competence as lacking, and they'll go and make a lot of noise. Lies usually travel faster than the truth, but the truth, when it appears, it erases a lot of lies. So if someone says Ngonzi is not a competent obstetrician, I have no business defending myself. My skills and my service delivery will speak loudest for me. Some clients will run away for the shorter time, but along the way, as long as I remain consistent, others will come. And when they come, they'll be the ones to fight for you that battle. So political pressure it's important for you to be wise and align yourself. One of the biggest challenges is that some business people or practitioners, they want to engage, head on, okay, head on. Because I've come as a politician with a lot of pressure. You also engage me with a lot of pressure and vigor, and we are hitting each other. It's possible to know that as a businessman, all I'm looking out for is how do I win, even those who don't believe in my business. Okay? So finally, whether I need to respect this politician who wants me to do unethical things depends on what I believe in. Yeah. If they want me to report, I'll still use wrong results. I will not. And I'll state my rationale. I'll say, you know what? I don't think this is correct. As for me, I do not do it. Maybe you find another practitioner somewhere and they'll say, where do you refer me? Like, I don't know whether they also do it, but maybe try out those places. So you've separated on a note which is not so toxic. And next time you'll meet and talk, say, I went to that place, they were worse than you. I went there, man, those guys are in the thing. They gave me everything that I wanted. Okay, so for me, that's it. You can still engage toxic people in a way. If they choose to go away with a toxic mind, that is their business. But for you, you remain with your peace, not thinking so much that, what follows next? Yeah.
Thank you very much, Professor, for that wonderful guidance.
Thank you.
Once again, I'm called Ronald Sebalamu, and I'm a fourth-year medicine and surgery student. One of the things that have caught my attention, actually today, I think I passed via you, and there is a certain doctor that had invited me to talk more about my app that I started, the MedBrainer app. And part of it, it has the medical personnel making appointments with medical personnel. And he had told me that he's going to link me up to a member in Uganda Medical and Dental Practitioners Council to receive some guidance on regulations and certifications and some push through. Luckily, I never knew that the person I had passed by was actually the actual person who I'm going to meet today. So I'm really so humbled.
Good.
Yes. And then one of the things that you have said, there's somewhere where you said that as a team, you should make sure that we work as a team such that we get the best results. And you give us an example of Silicon Valley. However, in my journey, I've found out that not all of us have the same ideologies. And if I'm to get a team, because usually when they tell us there is an exhibition here, there is a competition here, come as a team. Sometimes find yourself dragging people to come with you on your idea. And some gain interest, some lose interest. And while you're working with them, halfway or midway or somewhere in the way, you find people dropping off because they don't see the value in it. So that brings me to a question. If I have my idea and I know that it is superb, it's going to make an impact, isn't it better if I can work solidly? And in case I'm not against teams, in case a team refuses, then also on the part of regulation, I'm going to speak on behalf of all of us, because all of us have new startups. But trust me, one of the hard things I've come across is going to regulation bodies. Like for my app to be accepted to work, or to work personally, to be efficient, to gain official, to be officially accepted in the public, require some regulations or some approvals, some certifications.
Yeah.
And personally, I've received so many people who would like to sponsor me, give me a push, but one of the hindrances that they get is, you see, there is a regulation here. How can you get it? And isn't it hard? So you find those people dropping off the way.
Yeah.
So as startups, how do you speak to us? How can we really do it such that we make our projects thrive and at the same time get those regulations easily? Thank you very much.
Good, two things in one. There are people who drop off the team. It's a natural phenomenon. When a building is being constructed, there are people who are fascinated by the foundation. And once the foundation is over, the walls don't make meaning. And yet there are those who are fascinated by the roof, and they will join at different times. So for people dropping off the team, it's natural. It shouldn't worry you. Number two, people in a team want to follow a clear vision of a team. There are people who are demotivated by unclear things. Okay, they are asking questions, but there are no answers. So they find it important to put their energy elsewhere than continuing in something that is unclear. Number three, the biggest hindrance to innovation, to business, is the fear to fail. And the richest place on earth is the graveyard. Many ideas buried there that never came to pass because people kept them here. Many books unwritten, many songs unsung, buried in the graveyard. I'm saying this for you to appreciate the need to step into the murky waters, because we know that business and business ideas are a risky thing. You come out, great. You don't come out, you dream again. Okay? So step out there, map people who are going to contribute to your business. I've had a chance to sit with one of the biggest business entrepreneurs in this country, but also one of the biggest medical business entities on this continent. And there are two lessons I learned. I met these people in Mauritius on a holiday. They own 3 hospitals in Mauritius, state of the art, in Seychelles. And my question to them, how do you harness the efforts of other people? And this is what they said. Sometimes you have accept to lose part of your idea to get people into it so that both of you will benefit. Okay? You should look out for an opportunity to talk to Ian Clark. He will tell you that he reached a point whereby his direct involvement was no longer taking the business to where he dreamt it would go. So brought in other entrepreneurs to take part of the shares so that he could immerse himself in another venture that gives him more meaning, but still benefit from this one. So once you keep your idea here, I say it is me and me alone, I will die with it. It's challenging. You want to scale up, for example, your business. I may have the money, or Simba may have the money, and I'm coming to tell you that, you know what? I want to inject money into your business. When? We shall talk. But I'm also giving you conditions. I'm not giving you free money. I want to inject money into a business that will give me return. And also, I'll put my conditions there. I'll say, for the 1 billion shillings I'm injecting into Hillcoff, give me 30% shares for the next 20 years. So you negotiate, okay? You negotiate. You've seen in certain cities whereby a person has a plot of land in the center of the city, but they don't have money to develop it. And the city says you either develop it or you go away. It's wisdom for them to accept her and say, come and build 10 floors, 5 are yours and 5 are mine. You're all benefiting in that business venture. So wisely open up, see who is coming to support, who is injecting into this business, and move forward. Yeah. Sell shares, and you'll be able to expand your impact and also benefit. One person, for purposes of confidentiality, I'll not mention the name, started a radio station in this East African region. But because he was too poor to compete with other radio stations, some business people came and injected money into his business. And he asked them, how much am I benefiting? They said, for you, we want to give you 1% for your lifetime.
1%.
1%, because they were injecting in a lot of money.
He was doing nothing.
He was doing nothing, but the idea was his. So he struggled with them, negotiated, got expert negotiators, and by the turn of events, they ended up at 5%. Do you know what 5% has turned that man into? 5%. It's a business enterprise. You will meet the guy, he will tell you, you know what? I wasted a lot of time. My 5% has given him things that he thought he would never have achieved. You can imagine 5% of an enterprise whose net profit per year is not less than 160 billion. He's seated doing other things and money is coming. Okay? In East Africa. Yeah, so
in Uganda.
In East Africa.
Okay, in East Africa.
Yeah, so open up, and they've gone on to open other ventures in other African countries. Is it his effort? No, he's seated somewhere. The people who injected in money are doing the donkey work. For him, he's just getting the 5%. I met 2 branches of the same business in Blantyre 2 years ago, and Lilongwe. And they're opening up, I think, in Cape Town. And the guy speaks proudly, have businesses in South Africa, businesses. He's having 5%. All he comes is at the end of the year for the shareholders to share the profit. How it comes in, he doesn't know. But all I'm saying is that open up, allow people into your idea, and let the idea grow, but be protected by the regulatory frameworks within our country. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Good.
Yes, thank you so much
Welcome.
Just to repeat, my name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yes, I'm also a student at MAST.
Oh, good.
My question is, let me bring it. Like, I see you have grown many things in your life from academia, business, and I don't know about the family. So my question is, how have you managed to grow all of them, like all of them coming up at the same time? So
Yeah.
some of us are maybe like now focusing on education. Sometimes you think that maybe you are leaving out other aspects of life like marriage and stuff like that. So I don't know when is the okay, how do you balance all of that?
Yeah, good question. I my primary engagement is academics, really. And my goal has always been not to become a mediocre academic. No. So I try as much as I can to give it, I mean, whatever I put my hands to doing, to give it my best. Let me speak, I mean, as a student. When I was a student, my dream was to become a professor. Okay? And my dream was to become a professor before I'm 40. And to become, my target was to become the youngest professor of medicine. Whether I achieved that, Rabturumba knows. Okay? Not just in Imbarara, but the country. So I worked hard towards attaining that. And along the way, I discovered a passion of research. And I said, I don't want just to be a mediocre researcher. I need to hit the pinnacle. I'm not yet there, but I'll get there. Okay? And my other ambition was not to become an academic who begs for bread. There are many. So what did that entail? I needed to think beyond the salary. Okay, there are people who, if the salary delays by a day, it's a crisis. They'll make all sorts of noise. Don't they know I have students take school? Don't they know I have wives to take care of? Don't they know I have to eat? Now, if in your lifetime you find yourself in such a position, know that things are tough. Salary is great. I've read about the origin of salary. It's not to make you rich. It's to make you comfortable enough to do your boss's work. Say that again, Professor. Salary is not to make you rich. Okay? Salary helps you to become a little comfortable to be able to deliver your boss's mandate. But it will make you take your children to school, have a meal. Whether you will be able to impact the community by paying school fees for 100 needy kids, I'm not sure that's possible. Okay? Government pays me now how much? 17.8 million shillings gross. Well, it's public. It's public. It's public information. Is it enough to take care of the things I'm engaged in? Me and my wife now pay school fees. Our dream is to pay school fees for over 1 million children. Now we are paying school fees for 20 children so far.
You need the 21st.
So my question is, unless you think outside the box, you'll only impact yourself and not the community. And we are not here to just live for ourselves. We are here to live and impact people around us, or else the world will ignore us. Let me say this. If you do not bring value, no, the world will buy the value you bring to the world. If you don't bring value to the world will ignore you very well, and you'll become a missed call. Your question is, how do I balance? It's tough. It's not easy. In business, as you start where you are not, things quite often go wrong. So it requires a lot of your time. But along the way, you build teams. I'll say this again, I'm not yet there. I'm building teams. When I'm still employed by the government of Uganda, which takes a lot of my time, it's a hassle. Over the weekend, I'll find a way to go to a certain aspect of what I'm doing, and quite often you find things are not in place. You have to rebuild. If you were there all the time, maybe you'd optimize the profits. But I still need to make a mark where I am. I need to contribute. I still need this one here, so I need to find a way to build teams. Okay, as you pursue your dream, I heard you say, I put marriage aside. Please don't.
So go there another day.
Please don't. If you, I mean, it's part of the good things that must be done along the way. Yeah, that's maybe a topic for another audience.
And another day.
Yeah, but build a team gradually. Manage your time very well. Okay? You cannot be everywhere and you think you'll be effective. You cannot respond to every call, invitation to speak, and you think you'll achieve a lot. Learn to say no without apology and without feeling bad. To say they've called me to speak at Cafe Kandra, I've told Simba, you know what? I will not come. I don't owe you an apology. To say no, because time is money. Okay? I need to see where to put my time. Tomorrow, I had 5 invitations. I have 5 invitations. But I've decided to put my time on 3 invitations. 2 are paying me. I'm going to speak. The others, it was just, they wanted to see my face and we all feel nice together. Is that my time? Is that the best use of my time tomorrow? It's not. So I told them, get this small contribution, I will not come. They called me again today, said, please. I said, you know what? I told you, no, I will not come. I'll go for the 2 where they're going to pay me. For the other one, it's a social event attached to my office as a deputy vice chancellor. So I'll go there for purposes of responsibility. So tomorrow, by the end of the day, I'll have made a few shillings and enjoyed myself. And I need the money. So I needed to prioritize where I'll spend my 1 hour. The other one is 45 minutes. Yeah, so prioritize, plan. Always remember that time is money.
Money can't make time.
Exactly. I came here because I believed in the vision that I've come to learn about this. So my 2.5 hours here, I don't feel cheated. I feel I'm contributing.
Colleagues clap for Professor Ngonzi. So let's rush through. Who's the next?
Okay. Thank you, Professor, for the words you have shared with us. So my name is Ian Asasira, and I love building software and working with people of my age and in my class. But you have spoken much about values. So my question is, how do you bring out values in your team? Maybe I'm working with my friends, but I want us maybe we have different ways in which we see life, but I want us maybe to be ethical or have maybe good moral values. How do you bring that in a team?
How do you bring out values? As a team leader, you need to set the pace from the start. In my house, those are my values. We pray every day before we sleep. So if a visitor comes, I have no apologies to say, sorry, you see, no. These are the values in my house. Okay, I'll just use that example. And as a team leader, I believe you're all team leaders. Set the pace from the start and say, for us, these are our core values. For example, honesty, transparency, confidentiality, hard work, all those. And yet, you should not be the one to break the rules. If you said transparency is one of our core values, and as a team leader, you're the one who is becoming a culprit at hiding information, that team or that team spirit will break. Even when you set the values from the start, continuously refresh those values or orient the team members to what you believe in as a company or as a business or as a team. A team without values is a team without boundaries and is a team that is bound to fail. It's important for you to evaluate the extent of practice. Everyone who comes in, they should find it at the door step. They should find it in the different corners. In your meetings, it's important for you to know it. As must, I need to know that these are the core values we believe in as must. And when I'm speaking on behalf of must or I'm engaged in must affairs, I need to front them. I need to know that the mandate of must, for example, which is at my fingertips, teaching, research and innovation, community engagement, I need to speak about them. If I'm speaking about must and I do not speak about the core mandate, then I'm ectopic to the vision of must. Yeah, so set the pace from the beginning, evaluate the practice, adhere to the practice. As a team leader, set the example, don't break the rules even when the pain is greatest. Stick on. If there's a call for you to reevaluate and bring in some other values, let the team know. Okay? I'm part of a team which almost broke down. Reason, our team leader will tell us one thing now, and tomorrow they are practicing the opposite. And I quietly confronted them and I said, I think this is not correct. And I've come to you respectfully so that I don't have the chance to say it in the bigger group. So please take my submission in good faith. Others will not. Okay, there's a boss I told, in my own opinion, unwisely. And the boss did whatever they did that was not very palatable. Yeah, so set the goals right from the start and build on them. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. On the values, there is where you said we should mark potential funders. Like some of us, we usually meet people like the problem is the way we express ourselves to them.
Yes.
And you again talked of openness.
Yes.
So I would like you to elaborate more, like how can we attract potential funders?
Thank you.
Another question.
How do you attract potential funders? You are, I think your generation is Gen Z, isn't it? Yeah. Can I tell you some? I think you already know. If I have an idea on, I had someone is developing some apps for business, and I'm just there confused about potential funders or potential partners. Maybe not many of you may be using the paid version of ChatGPT, but even the free one, I'll just go in and I say ChatGPT, potential funders. Which idea are you saying?
Like how can I really attract them?
Well, let me first go to identification because that was part of your question. I'll go to ChatGPT, potential funders for which idea?
Yes, even professors use ChatGPT. Okay.
Well, the paid version, not the free one. So, like, which idea now?
Like how to attract them so that they can venture in my business.
No, give me your idea.
Like gift events. Me, I did in decoration, juice and ushering. Yeah.
Potential funders for decoration business. Let me say in Uganda. Okay. Let me refine it and I say include contacts and addresses. AI will think for me and I will come and refine. Of course, we know that AI can make mistakes, but I'll have an idea already. Okay? And I'll begin from there. It will bring me some contacts which I will refine along the way. Mind Blowers Events Uganda, Kampala. The telephone number is there. Oakwood Events. So you source out some of these things and you reach out. Don't fear to reach out to people. Okay, fear is the biggest hindrance to people achieving their ambitions and goals. And how you pitch your idea matters. I read a lot. I try to practice. Just because he didn't give me guidance on exactly what was required of me here, I would have practiced before I came. How to pitch your idea is very important. If I'm going to pitch an idea, I need to practice and say, how do I pitch? This funder maybe has political inclinations. How do I approach? The way I speak to a politician is different from the way I'm going to speak to a philanthropist. I need to get a group of 1, 2, 3 people and pitch my idea. If I don't get them, I'll share with you something that I sometimes do. I'll go to my academic room at home and I will record myself pitching an idea. If I'm going to speak to an audience in days to come, I'll go and practice and then I record myself and sit back and say, is this the way I'm going to speak to this audience? I think no. So I need to value the people I'm going to speak to, give them my very best.
You do that for like how long?
Well, it depends. When I was preparing for my public presentation for DVC, I practiced 5 times.
Only 5 times?
Yeah.
That masterclass?
Good, 5 times. In a period of 3 hours. So, as you're going to pitch your idea, it's important to know the audience and tailor your pitching speech to that audience. You're not going to bring a lot of luzungu to a businessman who never went to school. Tell him how he's going to benefit from your idea and how you're going to delve into the risks together. Okay? If I'm pitching an idea about my research, I'm really writing a research grant. I will go and study, I'll go and get background information about these funding agencies. Is it NIH? Is it Grand Challenges Canada? Is it Wellcome Trust? Is it Madivani? Okay? What will speak well to the heart of Madivani for him or their team to give me money? What will move the heart of Honorable Musenero in, in the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation? I know they're involved in innovation. Am I coming to tell them to fund something like my political race? That's none of their business. So map the funders, look out for them, and then tailor your message to their interests also. No one, there are very few people, if any, that will give you a lot of money just for you to develop your idea. They also look out for their interests in that idea. I don't know whether that's helpful.
Thank you so much, sir. Another question. I heard you talking about different businesses, but I didn't hear you talking about partnership. In your other businesses that you're doing, are you partnering with anyone or?
Yeah, I am.
If yes, why? And if no, why?
If you want to spread the risk, partner. But also partnerships come with their own issues. Yeah, single-led business teams have their own pros and cons. Partnerships have their own pros and cons. So you need to study and see. If I want to invest in a business and as a lone person, I may not have the money, the muscle to pull this off. I may need someone else to join me so that we add up our resources to do something substantial. I lead a group, I'll not give you the name, involved in real estate. We started as a small team, but along the way we were two people. We discovered that, man, we are breaking. Let's bring some other people on board. And we've been on for the last 16 years. We are 24. But you don't know what that number of 24 has been able to do in this country. I think I'm the poorest of the 24. So get people, one, to bring more finances to achieve an idea, but also spread the risk. If things went wrong, you're not dying of stress alone. You're encouraging each other to say, you know what, it is well. We can move again. So in the few businesses I'm involved in, 70% of them, we are in partnership. Yeah. But study, see who you're bringing on board. If someone has a history of cheating, you should go slow on bringing them on board. If someone has a history that is not commensurate with the values you want to bring on board, you need to be careful. So the choice of the partners also matters. And what are they bringing on board? I just bring them on board to please them. Okay? They must come to contribute. Even when you're my friend and you don't have what to contribute to my business, this is not a family business. You need to come with the brains to bring value to something that we are working on. Yeah, my father told me, he's one of my business partners, and in some aspect, and we are constructing a facility, not in Mbarara. Together, He's putting in a little more money. Of course, I told him I'm the medical expert. So allow me put in just 25% and we share equally. So I needed to put what am I bringing to the table? Him being my father alone is not enough. And me being his son is not enough for him to admit me in because he brought me to this world. No. Well, I'll leave it at that.
Thank you so much, sir. My last question.
Yeah.
Of all the businesses that you talked about, I didn't hear you talking about getting a loan to do a business. So you want to tell us that of all the businesses that you're doing, you never got a loan from anyone?
Well, I was not asked about a loan, but now you ask. I think that,
Okay.
yeah. There are two particular businesses, personally, I've refused to take a loan for the last 14 years.
It's not easy.
Okay? Is it that I don't want? Now, these are businesses where my family is so involved, my own small family, and I don't want to bring a lot of risks. 3 banks have been to one of my areas and they say, we want to give you money so that you can finish, expand. I'm like, no, let me expand without stress. And slowly they are getting there. There are others where you need, to define what loan you want to take, what is it coming to do, and how are you going to service it. Many businesses take loans when they have not mapped out how they are going to pay, at what stage is this loan coming in, and how are they going to stabilize. And that's why you see property being taken, something that people have strived for many years. Overnight, it's gone, and you lose it.
At a cheaper price.
Much cheaper price. So a loan is not a bad idea, but you need to be careful why you are taking it and where it is going. This is not to say that businesses can go wrong. They can, even without a loan. But don't get excited about the money. When people receive money, this is what I've learned. Many people forget that it is loan money, that they have to pay it. Okay? Paper, money in your wallet is so sweet, but you should always differentiate other people's money that you are using from your own money. Yeah.
Thank you, Professor. A number of my questions have been answered. They were relatively similar to what some other people have asked. Very importantly, just so you know that I will come to you for more elaboration related to Emmanuel's question about how to balance and do a lot of things. Because I know probably all of us here are not only doing entrepreneurship, if there is any entrepreneur here. A number of people here are students. Others are doing some jobs, but also doing entrepreneurship. And there are some businesses that are very customer-centered. To an extent that if you, the entrepreneur, you're not there, that customer may not actually be your customer.
That's right.
And businesses like these can end up holding you up from doing anything else. And eventually you fail to progress. But you mentioned about building systems. But then, of course, definitely systems take time.
I agree.
You cannot start today and in 2028 you have a system that is strong enough to run the business in your absence entirely. So just to stress on that question, how do we operate these customer-centered businesses, especially, and just to point out, health businesses? Or to be precise, doctor-related businesses, because a pharmacist can be aware and the business can operate. A medical personnel, a medical lab personnel can be aware and the business can operate. An innovative pharmaceutical scientist can, make Hilcoff and give it someone to sell. But a doctor, your patient may say, no, if it's not you, I cannot come to the clinic. So how do we navigate such spaces while progressing at the same time?
Good.
Then the last one is you've been, I think, in business for over 20 years. To the best of my knowledge, I know you were doing entrepreneurship even before you finished your undergraduate degree. What do you think has changed between then and now? Because for us who are coming in, someone may hear you saying, I'm doing cocoa farming, I'm doing academia, I'm doing research, I'm doing real estate. So someone here may hear you say those things and think, oh, I think I can do it. But then there is a possibility that by the time you started out, more than 20 years ago almost, some things have changed that may not make it as easy for someone who is here to start out and probably run that many things. So which important things do you think have changed business dynamics in Uganda within the time that you've been running entrepreneurship that you think is important for us here to know? A cheat code, to be precise. Thank you so much.
Good, thank you. Thank you, Honorable. Would you repeat the first question?
Yes, the first question.
Oh,
you've remembered.
Yes, I've remembered. So how do you maneuver through a business that is customer-centered, that requires you to be there? One, if you're always available 24/7 at your business, this is what I've come to learn. It's no longer a business, it's a job. It's a job.
Say that again.
If the business cannot run without you, you have to be there 24/7. It's no longer a business. It's a job. The disadvantage is that it creates burnout. It stifles growth of other people and talent in that business. And it also prevents scaling up, because you cannot be in 4 or 5 other places at the same time. If I'm the doctor who has hospitals, and if for them to run I must be there, then I will just be in one place. And yet I may want to scale up, open in Kampala, open in Kanungu, open where, you see? If the business is also dependent on your physical presence, you limit its longevity. Health is health. What happens when you get a health challenge? Does that call for the closure of the business? No. So it depends on what you want to build. Okay? Sorry. So do you want to build something that will last during your lifetime, or something that will go beyond? So you need to, how to address that, you need to look at what you're building. Indian businesses, let me say Jewish businesses, they live on for ages because they build systems, they build clear processes. As a doctor with clients, they can be so personal. If I have a young team I'm working with, let's say in a hospital that I may be running, slowly I'll pull them along me. If I go to see the client, if she comes in and she's pregnant with her husband, what's your boyfriend's name? Okay. So if they come in, I'll be doing myself a disservice to enter that room without a young Rabuturumba. Of course, I'll ask for permission. I have this young doctor, can he come in? Many of them will say yes. So you'll come in, we see them together, so that they begin building confidence in other people. Okay? I operate, I'll go to theater, and I'll pull along one or two people to say, let's go operate. And these guys begin seeing and they begin building confidence. And I can deliberately be in Mbarara and I say, I mean, given my schedules, I've been busy. I mean, that's one of my businesses that has not really picked up as I wanted. Okay? But I'm going to build it up. I'll be in Mbarara and I know that this client is so personal. And I'll say, you know what? I'm miles away, but there's Dr. Rabuturumba there. He will do what I'm able to do. See him. But you see, you're mine, you're the only one. Having faced and dealt with cases of malpractice and unfortunate incidents of medical practice, a client is not a friend. They are clients. They will laugh with you. They'll take you to their home, give you cows. But when one thing goes wrong, and one of these jobless lawyers get to know, my friend, they'll face you. You disappeared, you did nothing. I've delivered all your 4 babies. Now it's time you're telling me that I'm useless. So for me, that's the mindset I have. So with that, I will rarely take things so personal. I would want to build confidence within these clients for other people. I don't want to be caught here when I want to go for a holiday with my family. Like, no, I have 4 mothers to deliver on 25th, 26th. I'm held here. No, I should say, Rabuturumba, I do official handover to say you're handling these clients. And I'll call you and call them so that moving forward, I say, I'm not available. Deal with him because what I can do, he can do. Yeah. So building dependency on yourself will kill you faster than you thought you'd die. Yeah. And my other mindset is that you cannot own the whole world. If I'm looking at these 10 patients and I'm counting maybe my 10 million, but I still have other things to do. Having someone come and earn that money, I've lost nothing. I've lost confidence, by them in me, and I've mentored, which is a milestone for me. How do I balance still, which you mentioned? I prioritize. Yeah, like now Simba, my wife is waiting for me in steam and sauna, so I need to go because it is her time. Prioritizing what's important and sticking to that, okay? Putting emphasis on the things you believe as important. For me, family is very important. And I used to carry work home, but along the way, I began learning that if it is home time, it is home time. Yeah, why should I raise strangers in my house because of work? I need to give them time. They have questions they need to hear, like my children. They need to hear me speak to them. Even just being there without talk. If they know I'm in the house, they are safe, they feel safe. So prioritizing and giving time to what matters most is key. Yeah. Research for me is key. So I'll give it a lot of time during my work period. Whether it means taking off time to focus on it, very important. Students for me are key in my work placement at Must. If I don't engage them, I'm doing myself a disservice, but I'm also not passing on a skill that I've learned to them, and I need to do it. What is different now than then? Yes, I've lived longer, but I don't think I've lived longer than a few other people like Maleka. But I mean, now there are more opportunities. The world is more competitive. There's more information available than then. At the click of a button, I'll know what is happening in Germany. I'll know what is happening in the Silicon Valley a little bit. Than then, I don't have to travel to see. I'll just get to the internet and I'll get a lot of information that I would have gotten in a lecture that would have required me to go for a course somewhere and spend months there.
So it's more of like a global village.
So it's a global village. The world is all together and you can access what you need. There's more funding now than then. There are more enlightened people now than then. The competition is stiffer now than then, okay? The space is becoming smaller, and so there are people fighting for their space. And you cannot afford to sit back and say, well, things will find me in my comfort zone. By the time you wake up, the world has gone. Even in academia, people will say, I need to be promoted because I'm older, I've been here for many years. That's not how things work. I'll stop at that.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Professor.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I enjoy interacting with professors. It's always a sea of knowledge. Okay, maybe you can put it here. Yeah, so
Oh, that's my tea.
yeah, so I understand our time is so much fast spent, and we need to move. Yeah, so we shall move very fast and wind up. But before we go to the last phase of our session, I had a really burning question that I would like you to address, and then we can go in the final session. Meanwhile, as our membership committee prepares themselves, come and give us a brief communication, maybe 2 minutes also. So, Professor Ngonzi, you've been here for many years around here in Barra.
Yes.
I'm sure you've observed the business environment around here and their modus operandi, where you work in a shop and someone just looks at you.
Keeps on phone.
Yeah, keeps on phone. You even know it better. So, how do you view that? Is it a a calculable barrier, or do you think that is ethical to the client? Because you enter supermarkets, okay, supermarkets, I mean, pick and cash and carry. But you enter, what business can I say? You enter laboratories. Okay, for them they act differently, but let me just use it for an example. And then most likely not the proprietor for that case, because for them they know their business and why it started. But the worker will look at you until you explain yourself about what you want. They not tell you the price of what you're trying to buy. They'll look at you to do the math yourself. So in case you don't speak, unlike in Kampala where someone will try to, pull you around. In case you want something, they are not trying to. They are trying to sell and they don't have it. They'll make you buy something else. So how do you view this business environment around here? And what do you think could change in case there is any?
Well, for me, for astute business people, it is virgin ground.
For young entrepreneurs?
Yeah. You study the culture and the practice, and you see how to break through. I've been to shops where, the owner of a shop, we seated there, doesn't even want to look at me. They keep on their phone and they say, "No yendachi." And you either become humble enough to engage them, or you multiply your presence by 0 and look for other places.
You become the boss.
Yeah. It's largely culture.
Okay.
And it had to have a global change of that. They also have their strengths. They may be a little more genuine, and not plastic or cosmetic, like in other places. So what opportunities are there? How do I start a business in this setting and I become different? I become more conscious of clients. I become, forthcoming to clients even before a client asks, I want Hillcoff. By the time I see them, I need to put on a smile, ask them in a different way. Welcome, what is that you're looking for? How can I be of help? Even when you don't have it, you'll say, you know what, I know places in this vicinity where you can get it.
Oh, I have an alternative.
Exactly. So being outgoing, being welcoming and engaging, hospitable can give you an advantage in this kind of environment compared to other people who are in the same space. Yeah. So for me, I view it, yes, as a negative thing, but as an advantage for people
to come in,
who want to get into this space. And some of them have done it. I used to buy local eggs in this city, in Rebi Corner somewhere, and until the seller became, they became so familiar with me that even when I appear to take 3 trays every 2 weeks, they are into their businesses. I was on my way to see my goats somewhere in Vihare. I found someone selling eggs, and they were so forthcoming, outgoing. For the last 4 years, that's where I buy from.
Just because of that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it means the customer is the boss in that aspect. Okay, so thank you very much, Professor. I believe this has really been an enriching session, right? Very, very practical and insightful. So as we gear up to the end of the session, I would like to call upon someone from the membership committee for a brief communication to the members, maybe 1 minute or so, and then we can close. Yeah.
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
My name is Richard Kasodia. I'm part of the membership team. I work together with Emily and Eliud. So first of all, I would like to thank our guest of the day for all the information he has shared with us.
There's a round of applause.
It has been a good session. And then I would also like to thank our moderators, Emma and Percy. You guided the discussion very well. Thank you very much. I'd love to welcome the new members. If this is your first time here, you can simply wave for us. Thank you very much. And you are welcome. Kindly keep attending and also join the team. Then, for those of you who are new here, we have a WhatsApp group where most of the communication is always shared. So I urge you, if you're not yet in the WhatsApp group, you can either approach me or Emma or anyone after this session, and they guide you on how to join the WhatsApp group. And then within that same group, usually during the week, we always share information about who our guest will be or any activities the lounge will be engaging in. And we always need to prepare for most of these activities. So we always put out a registration list. It is very key and very vital. Today we had some walk-ins whereby people didn't register on the attendance list, but they ended up here. You were lucky, today you are allowed seating, but on another day, you might be unlucky and you're not allowed seating. So next time, if you know you didn't register today, kindly always register before you turn up. And then there are also some members who register and fail to turn up. It's also not good because the slots are always limited. So when you register and you don't turn up, you affect other members. And then also for the new members and also the members who have been here but have not yet done it, we have our social media handles and pages, including LinkedIn. We have a YouTube channel. We have an X page. Make sure to follow and subscribe to all those channels such that we can get the numbers and also share our information out there. It could help people who are unable to attend physically. And then we have a very fair membership fee. It is annual and it is 100,000. So to become a fully-fledged member of the Entrepreneurs Lounge, you need to clear that 100,000. It doesn't matter. You may not get the whole lump sum and bring it in at once, but you can always carry a small portion whenever you come to attend, and you give it to the finance team. It is headed by Emma here. Yeah, and then you give your receipt and all that. So make it a point whenever you attend, carry it. Could be even a 10K, 20,000, or even the whole 100,000 if you have it, and give it to him such that activities can be run smoothly. And then timekeeping. Today most of you were on time, but we had some late walk-ins, and it is not advisable. So if you are not on time today, next time, please try to keep the time. And lastly, our hosts, that's Cafe Canberra, they afforded us space here, and then they gave us drinks and any eats at a discounted price. So always make it a point, if you come here, always support them too. Order for something. It can be a bottle of water, bottle of soda, tea, or everything. They have good stuff, so always support them. And then for those of you who supported today, thank you. Please remember to pay your bills before you leave. Thank you very much.
Guys, clap for him, our membership chair. So just to emphasize, they gave us a discount of 50% on everything, yeah? So which is quite a good gesture for our hosts. So let's support them every time we come. Make sure you buy something. It could be water, because this is business, but we're also doing business, right? Yeah, so just to add on, last week we had a vocational tour at Nairo Breweries, Uganda Limited, and some of you managed to turn up. We had quite a good turn up, and they have promised. We didn't get a chance to sip on their products.
Are you done?
So they have promised to call us back for a sip session. However, it is going to be limited to members.
Okay, let me send
So
you a
guys,
message.
make sure you pay something, because some of
check
you have
your
been here
WhatsApp.
for quite a long time and you've never deposited anything. Eh? For you, you're not target clients. So I'll create a list, and then we shall be able to see the members who are eligible to go and have a sip at Nairo Breweries, 18 and above, of course. Then next week we have a tentative vocational tour at the farm, Twaha Kashaka's farm. So I'll put out a list as well under communication, but priority to members. So make sure you become a member, guys. And then as we did into the final session, Professor, it has really been a wonderful session. As you can see, members are testifying. For me, I may tell you sweet things because I know you better. But you can see that this has really been edifying and informative, just typical of a professor.
Thank you.
They are all round. Guys, you agree with that, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much for really according us time. I understand you said I'm going to come because it is you, but I'm very busy. He was having a busy schedule today, and he cancelled because of this, because he likes mentoring young entrepreneurs and young people in different fields, yeah? So we don't take that for granted. We appreciate your time, your expertise, that people actually pay for, but we are not paying you anything, maybe except buying for you tea, which you may even choose to buy yourself.
Oh, you're paying?
Because you have the money, I mean. So we thank you for being here, really. And according us, whatever you've shared with us, we shall put it into practice. But as we end, we'd like to request you to give us your closing remarks, including what you think of the loans. What do you think of us when you see us here, this platform? Do you think it's a bogus platform or something that is actually burgeoning into something better that could shape the entrepreneurship landscape in Uganda, East Africa, and the globe at large?
Yeah.
Then also in that final remarks, kindly tell us one person you recommend to sit in your seat next week, because you normally have these sessions every week, every Friday, from 6 to around 8 p.m.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then after that we shall have a fun session to close up. Yeah, so
okay.
Please.
Well, I want to thank you for inviting me.
Okay.
I don't think I was the only one in the sea of alternatives you had.
Okay.
But I appreciate you having picked out my name, and I guess we've had a good time.
Yeah, that's true.
Moving forward, I believe that it's a very important platform with potential to change or impact the discourse of many lives.
Okay.
So please keep up with it. The partition of Africa into the current confusion we have happened over a table like this.
Okay.
But I believe for you, the discussions you'll be having here are discussions to make individual and corporate improvements and inspire this generation and the generations to come to become better. If your tomorrow is worse than your today, then you've not done enough to become a better person that the world needs.
Okay.
So keep learning every day, and the day you stop learning is the day you qualify to be buried. So
learning never ends.
Learning, exactly. So as we come, let's learn, relearn and unlearn, and move forward. In regard to who I would recommend, would that be something we can discuss over phone?
Yeah, we can discuss.
There are many people who have a heart
Like
to
you.
genuinely mentor, not just mentoring in accordance to what they can get out of it. Yeah. And so there are many people around town who will not ask you for anything, but who understand your world, and they can be able to fit into your expectations. And there are many, even at Must, I have with a few people in that regard. So we can talk through and see, including other people in public service outside Must, whether they are judges or whichever. And one time I recommend that you can even host a minister
Guys,
of
clap for
government.
that. we may host a minister next.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how you sell it.
Yeah.
If you talk to Honorable Frank Tumwevas, you can say a launch for this one is going to happen at Emburara. At this time when it's there, you coordinate and have discussions. Yeah, so I think there are many people. So thank you, you're doing a good job. Will you allow me to go? My girlfriend she says she's outside Cafe Kandra. Sorry, my wife.
Okay, I understand. So thank you very much, Professor. But maybe before you go, just small quick ones. We have about 2 minutes to fire you some fun questions as we close. Yeah. So I will let my colleague ask a few, and then we
Fun
close.
questions. Can I ask her to come in?
Yeah, she can come in. Yeah, that is true.
I don't want the gate to be closed for me tonight. Okay. Hey, Turumba. Okay.
So,
Okay, so without further ado, have you ever given a student marks out of pity? It's just a yes or no question.
No.
Have you ever given advice you yourself don't follow?
I think I have. It's just a fun section.
Yeah. I think I have. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a yes. Have you ever pretended to be on a phone call to avoid someone?
On a few occasions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as a professor, please tell us, is water actually wet?
You come and sit next to Simba. It's okay. Yeah, she can. So as you continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Professor, is water actually wet?
Is water wet? Simba, they've displaced you.
It's okay.
So I'll introduce this teenage girl. Yeah, is my wife. So you delayed me here. I was supposed to join her.
Our sincere apologies.
No worries. She's called Emily. I heard you have Emily.
Yes.
So is
water actually wet?
Is water actually wet?
As a professor.
It depends on which world view.
All right. So the next question, would you report your own friend for corruption?
I would.
Do you reply WhatsApp messages immediately, or you pretend you don't see them?
It depends on the sender.
On the content on the sender.
It depends on the sender and what I'm engaged in at that moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still, in regards to the ethics that you have been looking at today, have you ever sent back food at a restaurant because the service was bad?
I have, but paid for it because Yes, because I know that in most cases, the waiters and waitresses become the culprits.
Okay.
Yeah, at least for me, that's my principle. Yeah.
So have you let someone jump a queue because you knew them?
Because of their state. Yeah. I've made a few pregnant women jump a particular queue because of their state.
Last but not least, have you ever kept extra change a cashier mistakenly gave you?
No. That one, no.
Not unethical.
Have I ever kept
Extra change.
extra change? And, you know, okay. Jangu kwe sentence yo. Have I ever kept change?
A cashier mistakenly gave you. They're supposed to give you maybe 10,000, then they give
Yeah.
you 20.
In
They
my,
have never given you.
no, men have given me. I've never taken change because in the values I hold, that doesn't fall there.
Then
I've
lastly,
returned it. Yeah.
if your boss asked you to sign something unethical, would you refuse on spot?
I would give reasons why I don't want to sign it. I will try to convince them to understand my side.
And if they insist?
I will not.
Okay, thank you so much,
That's,
Professor.
that's me.
Okay, finally. I have a feeling Professor has changed his way of answering. Eh? He's now lying to us. No. Because, okay, so, yes, Professor. So, unprofitable ethical business or the profitable unethical one?
Unethical?
Unprofitable ethical business or profitable ethical ones?
Unprofitable.
Ethical business or the profitable unethical ones?
All interesting.
Dealing
So
drugs
unethical,
or selling pancakes?
but profitable. Unethical but profitable. And then unprofitable but ethical.
Yes.
You know what? A business depends on how you run it. Even what you think is unprofitable can become profitable. So it's not a clear line saying businesses that are ethical are largely unprofitable.
Okay. So dealing drugs or selling pancakes?
I would sell pancakes. I mean, for me, those are my values. But also, you can make that business very profitable.
Okay.
There's a story of a person who was making sandals in India on the street. And he made them so well that a missionary from the United States was preaching and found this person making the business, selling, and bought, and went back. They stayed for long without getting damaged. He came and invested in that business, and this street person who was making sandals became a 40% shareholder in a global leather making company. So whatever may seem trivial, you never know when chance will come.
Okay. Academia or entrepreneurship?
Both.
Okay. Arsenal or Manchester United?
They have their own problems.
Okay, favorite book?
Favorite book? The 360-degree leader.
The 360-degree leader.
Yes.
Okay, did you? Favorite quotes?
Quotes? I've already given you one. that the world will buy the value you bring, and if you don't bring any value to the world, you'll be ignored.
Okay.
Meaning you are useless to the world.
Okay. Favorite Ugandan song?
Favorite Ugandan song? Say it again.
Favorite Ugandan song?
Favorite Ugandan song? Ma'am?
Okay.
There is one by Silver Chagulanyi. It's called Nkulinzi. Yeah. It's not
Okay.
an English song, but
It's okay. It's okay.
you
It's
can
okay.
listen to it.
I think
tonight.
I know where that is coming from. Okay, if you had to start a business in Imbara tomorrow
Yeah.
with only 50,000 Ugandan shillings,
Yeah.
what would it be?
50,000.
Yeah, 50,000.
What would it be?
Mm.
I'd go make chapatis.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your very first hustle or money making idea as a younger person? Did it flop or fly?
Actually, for me, it was selling rabbits.
Okay.
Yeah, and rearing rabbits in home. Yeah. And I did not know that they dig
Barrows.
the barrows.
Mm.
After some time, I looked for them; they were nowhere.
Okay. Okay. So if you could swap jobs.
And also selling. They told me that dogs have money.
Selling dogs.
Yes, selling dogs, but so when I went to make a negotiation with someone who had local dogs, he asked me, that was in Bundibujo. I'm born in Bundibujo.
Okay.
He asked me whether I'd become a witch.
Impressive. So if you could swap jobs with any entrepreneur in this room for one day, whose business would you try?
In this room? I had someone on developing AI.
AI, I think, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we are developing some algorithms.
Okay.
In one of our research projects.
Oh.
As a business. Yeah, so I think it's an interesting one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest request you've gotten from a student that felt like a client demand?
Weirdest
request from a student that felt like a client demand?
I've had so many requests from students, some unconventional. And one of them was, can you please give me money to take my boyfriend out?
Okay.
Yeah. And I sponsored both of them for dinner.
Oh.
I don't know whether that answers.
Okay, I will not ask further questions. So, between being a university administrator and running a cafe, which one would you think is harder?
I think both are, yeah.
Okay.
In terms of brain and interaction and input, I think being an administrator may be tougher. Yeah.
Okay, let's imagine the client is the king. What title would you give the entrepreneur? Prince, Prime Minister, or Chief Negotiator?
Entrepreneur. Chief Negotiator.
Chief Negotiator, okay. Which one is worse? A client who never pays on time or one who changes the order 5 times?
If the one who never pays on time eventually pays, That would be.
Or maybe the one who never pays on time. No. Okay.
But as long as they eventually pay, if you want hustle businessman, then you don't want that one. But if you have many hustles to leverage the gap created, I think you're good to go.
Okay, then last. But not least, what local Mbara product do you think is so good and it deserves to go global?
Local.
Yeah.
In terms of Mbarara
Yeah.
business.
What local Mbara product do you think deserves to go global?
Interesting. I'd say millet. I've eaten some millet cookies. Yeah, Joel is making millet cookies. One of the people that if you wish, Professor Wazira is doing a lot of things.
Avoid the cookies.
He's making cookies, millet cookies.
We have actually tasted them here.
Oh, you have?
They are very good.
Okay.
Avoid the cookies.
Have you hosted him?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
so there are many people, Bazira, Kavanda, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Some are into industry, making products.
Okay.
Notified by NDA, into other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after today's session, are we all calling you professor, or can we upgrade you to entrepreneur in chief?
Call me Joseph. That gives me the opportunity, you know, to do many things, achieve many things, away from many eyes wanting to see what is happening.
Okay. And then finally, if your PhD came with a business tagline, what would it be?
PhD. Like a type of business?
If your PhD came with a business tagline, what would it be?
My answer to that question would be how to alleviate startup failures.
How to alleviate startup failures?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because many people have ideas, but
they don't turn into profit-making ventures.
Exactly.
Okay, and that resonates with us here. Though ours turn into profit-making ventures. So thank you very much once again, Professor. Okay. And I will let my colleague give you a vote of thanks, and then you can introduce your guest, and then we close. Thank you once again.
Good.
So Professor, once again, I'm Luwama Pasi Aquila. I had two students doing chemistry and math, Bachelor's of Science with Education. And it has really been a very great privilege having you here. The first time I think I met you, we were together with Lucky, and you're very willing to give us a lift. That really shook me. So that's how humble I got to know that you are. So even having you here today, it has been a very great honor. And one of the take-homes I'm having is to stop looking at the short-term goal, but rather look at the long-term gain. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Welcome. Thank you.
And I'll hand over to you to introduce your visitor.
Oh. Now I have hijacked this girl. Actually told her I'm going to meet some people. I didn't give her details. And this is my wife. She did chemistry, biology at MUST. But then along the way after teaching, she's strayed into project management. She's a graduate of UMI.
Okay.
And she's soon embarking on her PhD. Yeah. It's good to
welcome to join us.
Yeah, so that's We have 3 children, and we do lots of things, but she's old enough to, I think, introduce herself beyond what I've said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, she can find a microphone.
Hello, good evening. I'm glad to be here. My name is Emily, and he has mentioned the other things. A mother of 3, a teacher by profession and calling, an M&E practitioner, a farmer. What else?
Many things.
Yeah, many other things.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much once again, Professor, and
Thank you.
everyone for attending today's session. Or online viewers, next time we see you here physically. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.